let's take a look at the first ranking factor, how to make Google find you, your website, your business, and love what you're doing. What I just told you about when you're talking about indexing. So just let's make sure we're on the same page when it comes to names of stuff. When I'm talking about front end or user interface, I'm referring to everything that a user sees, right? All the visuals, like what the user sees on a website when they access a website. And here's an example. This is my website, talitamillan.com, and I have, you know, my photo, I have some text, some colorful stuff here, a logo, blah, blah, blah. That's all the visual stuff. That's what the end user sees. For this to be like this, to be looking like this, there is a code behind it. There is the text that makes the structure of that website. So essentially what you're seeing here is this, and this is, you know, make this banner orange, position this image like this. So this is the source code, is the text that describes to search engines what is here. And why? Because search engines, they don't understand images. They only understand text. This is why SEO is so important. Whatever you position in your website visually and also on videos, you have to describe that video, that image in a text format. We'll talk about that in a second. I probably be confusing now, but we'll see examples. So front end, what the user sees, back end, what's behind the website. If you have, if your website is developed, is programmed by an IT team, or you have a developer that works for you, whatever, this whole thing will be coded from scratch. I use Wix. There are other websites as well, Squarespace, WordPress. There are other, you know, website platforms that you can use that, you know, you don't need to code your website. You just go there and drag and drop things and everything looks good in the end. That's, my website was built on Wix, and yeah, that's, I just wanted to show you how the backend and in the front end looks like for any website. For any website, you can find the backend as well. Cool. So tell Google.
So, Talita, so sorry to interrupt. To everyone, you will get the recording, and someone just emailed me and they're about to try to get in. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. I think I'll see the notification here when it pops up. Let's see. Are they joining now, Melinda?
They should be joining in any minute. So just carry on, and when you get the.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. So tell Google what your website is about by positioning the keywords in strategic places. Okay, so remember that I told you guys that I work as a HubSpot consultant, right? That's my job. So HubSpot consultant is obviously one of my main keywords. Keywords are terms, or really anything that, phrases, even anything that a user, a person, puts on Google and searches for. So if, you know, I want to appear on Google for HubSpot consultant, for digital marketing specialist, those are my keywords. So for you to, you know, explain Google what your website is about, really is about putting these keywords that you selected in strategic places. Now, remember when we were talking about the backend on my website, I use Wix for my website. And on Wix, there is a section where you can edit your SEO settings. Squarespace has that. Any other website development platforms have that. If you're not doing this because you have a developer working for you, you just ask your developer and they will know where everything is. But essentially, this is where you put your keywords. That's where you position the text that describes your product, your service. Okay. This is how a result appears on Google. There is always going to be a title, a URL, and a meta description and a description. And where do I put this stuff? I go to the back end of my website, and I, you know, on Wix, actually, they have a setting, you know, for a page title, and then they ask, what's the page title that you want to position? Then you just write whatever you want, the description, whatever you want. So that's really how I do. As I said, for each website, it will be a different case. It depends a lot on which platform you are using, okay? All right. You're talking about keywords, terms, blah, blah, blah. how do I select the right keywords for my business? First thing is you're going to create a list of keywords. You're going to create a list of terms that are important to you. What are these terms? These keywords are sentences or terms or just words really that describe your business and your product, your service, whatever is it that you do as a business. There's a few ideas for you to put together this list. You can brainstorm with your team. You can ask your customers. If you're in e-commerce, just look at your stock, right? What do you sell? Those are your keywords right there in front of you. You can look at your competitors, but really, you know much more than I do which are the top keywords that you should be choosing to optimize your website for. So, just come up with a list and brainstorm and put a few keywords together, and that's how you get started with keyword selection. After you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the search trend. I'm going to open a link here because I want to show this to you guys, and then just let me know if you're still seeing my screen after I click on this link here. I want to show you the search trend on Google Trends. Can you guys see the website, Google Trends?
Yep, we can see it.
Awesome, cool. Google Trends is one of the tools that you can use to find out what is the search volume of those keywords that you just selected. What is search volume? Search volume is an estimation of how many people look for that keyword in a given period of time. Let's take a look at one example. Let's say you have an e-commerce and you sell dining tables. That's your keyword, right? Dining tables. Malinda just accepted Dora here, so just for you to know. All right, dining tables, that's your keyword. If you go to Google Trends, I will put all these links. These links are in the slide, and then as soon as you guys have it, you can find all where everything is. But yeah, Google Trends is a place where you can see the search volume of a given keyword. I selected United States, and I selected for the past 12 months. And what are these numbers here? These numbers show me really, it's an estimation of how many people on a given month are looking for that keyword, dining tables. It's an estimation. It doesn't mean that it is actually that number, but Google, based on all their statistics and algorithms and analysis, they estimate this number, and that's a pretty reliable source. If you scroll down, you can even go further than that and see related keywords. Queries and keywords are the same thing. So look at how cool. If you sell dining tables, you can actually come here to related queries and take a look at the uprising trends sort of that are related to what you just looked for. So outdoor dining tables and chairs, dining rooms tables on sale, modern rectangular dining tables. So all of these are keywords that you can include in your list because people are searching for that, right? And there's much more information that you can find out on Google Trends. You can see in which states people are looking for a specific thing. And you can change the date, you can change the location, and it's super cool. So definitely use Google Trends when you are selecting your list of keywords, of terms that are important to your website. So going back to the presentation, next slide. Cool, that's just an image of what we just saw, the related queries. I put it here because I didn't know if I would be able to open a link. You guys are going to continue seeing the link. Cool tools to use for finding keywords. Really, the first one I just showed you, Google Trends. Use the keyword planner from Google AdWords. These two guys here are free, okay? All these other ones, you have to create an account to use. These two specifically, you have a limited number of free searches that you can do. After that, you have to pay. And these guys here are super expensive. So save those for when you have a bit more marketing budget to invest, but they are awesome tools. And yeah, definitely recommend it. Just obviously, perhaps if you're just getting started, no need to go for them now, but definitely use Google Trends and Google AdWords. As soon as you guys have the slideshows, you'll have all the links. So don't worry about, taking a picture of the screen and copying whatever, because you're going to have all that later.